Hello, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Untitled Podcast. The name is still work in progress, but we might as well just call it that for now. This episode or the first episode is me talking with music YouTuber Jack, also known as 108 Mics, and basically we just talk about music. Who would have thought? But go more specifically in sampling, Drake versus Kendrick, and also some other stuff about TikTok and social media. Really, I hope you enjoy. Also, before it actually starts, but if there's anything wrong with the audio, please let me know in the comments and give me like tips and stuff. But anyway, I'll stop wasting your time. Enjoy. Hello, welcome to the still untitled podcast. I say still, but the first episode didn't. That's a long story. Welcome to the first episode of the Untitled Podcast. Name, we haven't come up with the name yet. We might as well just call it Untitled Podcast. That's besides the point. Again, I'm schizophrenic. No, I'm not. So first guest we have for today, we have one of my favorite music YouTubers who kind of just talks about a lot of both weird and very like popular music in the music scene, I guess, whatever you want to say, really. This is 108 Mics from the hit channel 108 Mics. Introduce yourself, Doug.
Hey, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. But yeah, I'm Jack. I make videos about music on YouTube sometimes when I feel like. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. So there's not really like a main focus of the podcast besides just like, of course, music, but we could just talk about any fucking thing really. But how have you been, Doug?
Pretty good. Actually, I just graduated from college, so now I'm kind of in this transitional period of like, what the fuck do I do now? You know? Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm working on a video right now though that I'm hoping to get out like by the end of the week.
Nice.
Yeah.
So again, this isn't gonna be like some sort of interview. We're just like talking.
We're just free balling.
Yeah. So your favorite album, or one of your favorite albums of all time, kind of themed around your whole channel, Cannibal Oxys and Cold Vein.
Yes.
Okay, how did you find that album?
Okay, so I heard about it like a long time ago, back when I used to do like album reviews back on Instagram back in like 2016, around then, and someone requested me to review that one, and that's when I first heard of it. And I actually didn't really like it the first time that I heard it. I think I might have given it like a 5 or something. But then like as the years went on, it kind of just grew on me more and more. And eventually I kind of reached this obsession point with it. And I was talking about starting a YouTube channel with one of my friends, and he was like, hey, maybe you should call your channel 108 Mics, because I was like really into that album at that time. And I was like, I think I'm gonna maybe ride with that. So yeah, here we are now. That's how I got the name. Shout out to Jetfire for helping me come up with the name.
Yeah, shout out Jetfire. I remember he was in your Rolling Stones video, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, we did like a live stream, which I should probably do more live streams, but yeah, I'll get there at some point.
So yeah, I feel like, oh, my voice cracked. The Cold Vein is definitely a great like rap. I wouldn't really go as far to say it's one of my favorites, or it's like top 10, top 5, top 1 rap albums, but it is a great like album. It's like it's not, from what I know, it's not really much of a concept album, but just basing it off of the spacey production, it just feels like one. It feels like you're.
Yeah, it feels like
it's like a soundtrack to like a sci-fi hip hop movie.
Oh yeah, it's like from another world. Like, it's the beats on there are crazy. I feel like no album has even like stepped up to it since. Like, I feel like there's nothing that replicate even like LP's other stuff. Yeah, because I feel like Vordal and Vast Air just like have a really great chemistry with each other, but they both rap really weirdly, kind of like Outkast, but like even weirder.
Yeah, it's amazing. It have like a lot of. I don't think there's really that much like questionable lyrics, but even if they are questionable, they definitely like are there for a reason. Like, my mother said you suck my pussy when you came out, as an example.
Yeah,
And I don't know. It's a cool album. Like Pigeon, A B-Boy's Alpha, even the first two songs, I feel like they're some of my favorites. Really.
yeah. I think the last two songs, Pigeon and Scream Phoenix, that's like still probably my favorite album closer of all time.
I need to check more of it out. And I know there is Blade of the Ronin, I think it was called. I haven't checked that out, but I know a lot of people didn't really.
Yeah,
like it.
it's like
So,
yeah. I don't know. I've barely listened to that one honestly. It's yeah.
all right, so, I talked about this with so the scrapped episode for the first one. Thomas, who is, because I'm on another podcast where we exchange albums, and Thomas is one of them, right? So we talked about a video that I made recently where I ranked albums, specifically Drain Gang albums, and no one liked it that much.
I saw that video in my feed actually. I'm subscribed to your channel.
Oh, really? Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, you're
my
like,
gosh.
you've been around in my Discord for a while. I'd say you're probably one of my biggest supporters, so I appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, thank you so much. That means a lot, actually. Holy shit. But if you saw the video, I just want to know your opinion, because from I guess a new drainer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was not expecting the drainer community to be this, I guess, toxic.
I'd have to look back at the ranking because I don't really remember it honestly.
Okay, I think I'm gonna pull it up and just kind of name some albums, not a lot, but it was definitely an experience. Like, it. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that I didn't think that it kind of affected me emotionally. I didn't think that the comments were like that, like horrendous to the point where I just wanted to like stop making videos. No, as a matter of fact, I thought that the reception the video got was hilarious, and I encouraged the people to like keep on hating on the video, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, more hate brings more clout.
Exactly. Like, there was even a point in time where I got two people, one of them being my friends, Rook, shout out Rook. He posted it on the SammyBoi subreddit. The only thing is that post didn't get that much views compared to the other one, but it the effort counts, but
Yeah.
it's great. I just loved it, right? But a lot of people in the comments are like saying working on dying C tier and glue in B tier. Someone said your whole C tier makes me question your drain license.
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, I could let's see. I might pull it up just so I have the visual for it.
Yeah, no problem. No, I just want to clarify. I did not listen to like everything. I've listened to like mainly full lengths, but there are some EPs. So
yeah. Yeah. So what'd you have as like your highest one?
E by Echo 2K, which was my first like project when it comes to like Drain Gang, and Cold Visions.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I think those are good top twos. I've been really into Cold Visions lately.
Yeah, I feel like Cold Visions is like the culmination, I think it was something like that, of just some of the stuff that Blade has done in the past, and just kind of put this into one record, minus the art pop thing that he did with what was the name of the album again? Crest. Yeah.
Crest, yeah. Yeah, no, he kind of went back to more of like the tread, but now it's like Rage. It's kind of like evolved since then, but it's like the Working on Dying guys did production on there, and yeah.
It's a very like enjoyable record, and I want to shout out another person here, Normal Person Reviews. He kind of talks about the record on his channel, and he said how all the songs are like short and kind of makes the album like a sort of like more quicker experience, considering that the album as a whole is like over an hour, but because of how short the songs are, it makes it quicker. To me, that's bullshit. That's besides the point, though. I just think it's a great album overall, and I just hate that there's still people who are like, oh, look at this new gen fan over here, and just kind of disrespecting them. Just be glad that your favorite artist is still getting a lot more recognition. Like, you don't see me just saying, oh, look at this new gen CDs of Eve fan fucking put in Mine Plays the Horn on S tier, which, by the way, Mine Plays the Horn is fucking awesome, and I wouldn't blame anyone for putting it on that tier. So
yeah, I feel like there's probably a lot of gatekeepers in the Drain Gang community, but like, I don't know, now that like I think Drain Gang has become a lot more popular than ever, and Cold Visions is like it's 30 songs and it feels like a really big project for Blade, and it all kind of flows really well, and it's and like, and he does the rage sound in like this really kind of big and epic way.
Yeah, I think he definitely evolved on that a lot more than what he did with Working on Dying, in my personal opinion. And it's just like, I don't see why Working on Dying is that much of a like hype wreck, in my personal opinion, right? It was like comparing that to Cloud Visions is like comparing Black and White, in my personal opinion. But he takes the sound from it and just is better. The flows are better, the lyrics, even as someone like myself don't really focus on lyrics that much and more focus on production. Black Ray's features are great.
Yeah,
K's features are great, even if I would have want him to like do more on that. Also Young Lean as well. It's sick.
Yeah, and him like, it's him just yelling like, I don't like people, and like, I don't want to hang out. It's like he's like reached this breaking point, but it's still there's like so much put into it though. Like, it's so well produced, and and I like Working on Dying a lot, but it does kind of feel like a precursor to what he's doing now. Like, it's kind of like he took the sound and like perfected it more, or like all the producers did too. And also, I know
I also want to.
Oh wait, what were we gonna say?
No, continue, sorry.
Okay, well, I was gonna say, I know James Ferraro was on Cold Visions, but I don't know what songs he did. Like, everybody's been talking about that.
Okay, so I did mention that as well. It was like, James is on this album, like James fucking Ferraro, and it's like, it makes sense because like Blade, and correct me if I'm wrong, the other members of Drain Gang were fans of his, and it makes sense because like we have projects like Silicon Gel by Body Hair, we have Bebe Tunes, we have even like stuff on One Quan. Like, I think the track I showed was Tony from One Quan, where it's that atmospheric.
Yeah, it was totally like a precursor to what DG would be doing.
Exactly. It's like, James is fucking intelligent, and I need to listen to more of his stuff. Really, I need to listen to more of his lo-fi stuff, but I'm always like too skeptical, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's a lot of it, and like, that's like, some people were kind of like grilling me on my James video because I didn't go super into a lot of the lo-fi stuff, but a lot of the lo-fi stuff is like just noise albums that like, what am I even supposed to say about like a lot of them? Yeah,
I haven't listened to a lot of the lo-fi stuff, but I know like Post Mundress. I don't, the first album off of Sidetrack, if I remember correct, if that's how I pronounce it, but it's just like heavy industrial noise, and there's also like Dark Rye Bread.
Yeah, like the skater stuff.
Yeah, there's like this horrifying scream on one of the songs. Again, I don't know what I'm saying. Again, I'm not a noise fan, and I'm kind of scared, especially with like the skaters, as much as that's like very, very like lo-fi.
Yeah,
that horrifying scream I've heard on one of the tracks is enough to like rattle me in my boots, like make me quiver.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that means it did its job well.
For sure. But overall, I know that there is going to be a point where I do listen to them and other noise albums at some point, so hopefully soon.
Deep dive into noise.
Deep dive. The first album, Post Demon,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But Yeah, C tier on my tier list is not necessarily bad, but I guess because it is like bottom of the tier, people are thinking it's like, oh, you think these albums are shit? I got now, mind you, I all these albums that are in C tier are basically like around 6 to 7 out of 10. They're
Yeah.
in no way, shape, or form bad or horrible. I think Tiger, AVP, DNG, Working on Dying, Trash Island, and Good Luck are great albums, even if one of them is worse than the others, but still got some redeemable stuff in it, you know?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of my favorite drinking songs are on some of these. I think Good Luck is really underrated.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's like the run with Good Luck 333, and I think Exeter is like really interesting in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely. 333 has actually grown to be maybe my favorite from Blade.
That's actually sick.
Yeah, like I've been listening to 333 a lot. It's like for me, it's that and Glue or like have become my favorites. Like for a while it was Ever Since, but I think Ever Since has kind of been dethroned by 333.
Yeah, I feel like I envy people who think that more underrated albums are like their favorites. Like, let's say, what's an artist I could take here? I'm gonna mention CDs of Eve again, right?
Mhm.
Let's Your Discretion is Trust. I feel like if someone were to say, oh, Your Discretion is Trust is my favorite album, I don't like that album compared to other CDs of Eve albums, but I would like be like, yo, that's a cool thing to hear
Yeah.
from someone
Like,
who knows
yeah.
because a lot of people would say, oh, Black Pleasure 2012 come to life, you know, Mine Puts the Horn, they're my favorite records. But then we have someone saying Immortal Flame, have someone saying what's that, Raise for a Better View. It's like, that's cool as shit, dog.
Yeah, I haven't heard every Cities of Eve project. I've heard a few of them. I've heard Black Pleasure 2012 and Come to Life, like the popular ones. And I've heard some of. I haven't heard all of it. The really long one, the like man playing horn, or is that what it's called?
Mine Plays the Horn.
Yeah. Cities of Eve's pretty cool though.
Yeah, he is. I always kind of compare him to James Ferraro, not in sound, but more so like as an artist. He's kind of like not too cryptic, but at the same time we don't really know much about him, you know, and always kind of like push boundaries when it comes to his music. But let's be honest, James pushes a lot more boundaries in different ways, if I do say so myself. But that's not to like put down Cities of Eve in any way, shape, or form.
Oh yeah, of course. But yeah, no, James has just done so much different stuff, like so many different genres.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah,
he's cool as shit.
yeah. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite James Ferraro album?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
So when getting into James Ferraro, if I didn't know better, I would automatically skip to NYC Hell and Skid Row, but I didn't. I was a good boy, a goody two-shoes, if you will, and started with some of the lo-fi stuff. Right now, just to let you know, my first album by him was Farside Ritual, for obvious reasons, like Vaporwave.
Yeah.
One of the biggest albums in the genre. So I was like, oh boy, I really want to get into more James Ferraro. Where should I go next? And an album that a lot of people recommended was Last American Hero. So I was like, okay, let me start with this. And then it was completely different.
Yeah. it's like an ambient album with guitars and it's like lo-fi. It's like entirely different. That's become one of my favorites of his though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I have that one at a 5 out of 5.
I didn't okay, I liked it, but when it comes to me and like long songs, especially like as a recent, I am not a person to listen to long songs more casually.
You kind of gotta like be in the mind state for it.
Exactly. There's like some like, let's say Miles Davis's Pangea, which I listened to yesterday for the first time, by the way, and good album. But I'm not the type of person to listen to songs that are over 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes casually. Like,
yeah.
But at the same time, more power to you. If you're the type of person to listen to Stalker by Dean Blunt, bro. Shout out to you, Doug. But
Yeah.
I see the appeal. There's like The Creator Has a Master Plan by Pharoah Sanders. There's
Oh, that one's beautiful.
yeah, it is. Like, I need to listen to that again. I've listened to like 3 times.
Yeah.
Godspeed, You Black Emperors, like Static Storm. Sleep is fucking beautiful, by the way. But the entire album is like awesome too. So, and just
Yeah.
etc. Right?
Like I don't know. It's rare that I like listen to it all in full, but like when I'm in the mood for it, it hits good. And it's also like it's good to put on like kind of while you're doing something else.
The longest, I feel like the longest I've ever like listened to like a song that's just the longest song I could listen to casually got to be like 10 to 12 minutes at most. I've listened to Starless by King Crimson a lot. Beautiful, like jazz, prog rock type shit. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's like there are some songs that are that long that just kind of fly by. Like I'm trying to think of an example right now. Like King Crimson has a lot of them. There's a lot of prog bands like Yes and stuff. Like Yes has a lot of good songs like that. And
Edge.
Oh yeah, that's so good. Do you like fall asleep to music?
No, not intentionally. There has been moments where I would be mad at myself for listening to an album and like dozing off and like sleeping because my dumbass doesn't have a great sleep schedule, right?
Yeah.
And I remember doing that with albums like In Rainbows, By the Time I Get to Phoenix, which is one of my favorite albums like ever.
Oh, really? That's an amazing album.
Yeah. I think I've done that with some vaporwave albums. I think I've done that. I've dozed off to some Telepath for sure.
Yeah, there's some albums that I think are pretty easy to fall asleep to, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. Like I think AIA Alien Observer by Grouper is a really good one. I fall asleep to that album a lot, and it's one of my favorites because of that. Same with Flood by Boris. That's another one.
Oh my gosh, I need to re-listen to AIA Alien Observer. But shout out to Pryor BJ or Benjamin Pryor. I plan on getting him on the podcast at some point. He's the biggest Grouper fan I know. I'm not even joking. When they get the chance, they'll mention Grouper. Like, I think if you remember the LeBron James meme where it's like screaming, yada yada. They did that. They fucking did that at some point. I need to show it. So yeah, Grouper, cool. I feel like ambient as a whole definitely is a like genre you could like sleep to, but at the same time there's like more weirder just a lot of like weird ambient. Let's say I haven't listened to them yet, but I do know of Yellow Swans.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Ambient's like it's an interesting genre because it's kind of hard to like I guess kind of rank and rate like other genres of music because it kind of just depends on your moods and your vibes as to what ambient music you're gonna vibe with the most. And I guess you could say that about a lot of music, but I think ambient in particular is kind of like that.
Yeah, I feel like okay, so Salval 2 by Aphex Twin, great fucking ambient.
Oh yeah,
like it's like one of my favorites, right?
Because
even though I don't listen to it a lot.
Yeah, because there's like it's like whatever mood, like any kind of ambient vibe you want is on that album.
So, when it comes to ambient, however, I feel like I have to give the crown to Tim Hecker.
Oh yeah, Tim Hecker's really good.
I've listened to like 6 albums so far in his discography, but all albums have been like so unique in their own way. With Mirage is the most recent one I've listened to, implementing these rough glitch textures in his music, and it's so interesting. I think there was, from what I've heard, there was like a sample of like a sex hotline in there, and I think I heard it, but I don't really know if that was what I heard. But either way, Mirages is just sick. But I think my favorite has to be either Harmony and Ultraviolet or Rave Death 1972.
Rave Death's really good. I like Virgins.
Oh yeah, Virgins is good.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
definitely the one I've listened to
tad,
the most from him.
Yeah, I think it's a tad bit overrated if I'm being honest. Just a
Yeah.
tad bit, not too much. But at the same time, see why a lot of people do love it. Shit. There is definitely a lot of like vapor ambient stuff or like dream punk slush wave. Again, there's telepath, but there's also like HKE. There's definitely some Death Dynamic Shroud stuff like Regret When It Was Lost as an example.
Yeah, I love like the vapor ambient stuff. Like that's
Wait. Yeah, Death Dynamic Shroud is like my favorite fucking vaporwave artist. Even though they also like dive more into like non-vaporwave stuff, right? I don't remember how much albums I've listened to by them so far, but I am close to 30. I feel like I don't know if I have hit 30 yet, but
damn, yeah, that's more than me, I think, from Death Dynamic Shroud.
Yeah,
because
Yeah, they have a lot of albums that I still need to hear because they release albums like every month, like with their mixtape club.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I recently I subscribed to them once I actually like got my like debit card.
hell
And
yeah.
I was like, oh boy, I can't wait. The only problem is I wanted to, because me again being the goody two shoes I am, I wanted to like listen to some of the stuff off of the New World Mixtape Club before getting to them. So
Yeah.
but I think the first New World Mixtape Club album I listened to was SeaWorld 2.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember SeaWorld 2. I think that was the first one that I heard too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of forgot about SeaWorld 2. That one was good though.
Yeah. I think I've listened to a lot of tech stuff under Death Dynamic Shroud, really.
Yeah,
And bro, like I feel like when it comes to I guess maximalist production, if that makes sense, you're definitely gonna have to go towards like Keith Rankin. But Tech Honors is definitely a close second, especially because there's 3 members, so who knows.
yeah,
But-
right. Yeah, I like one of their new ones. You Like Music. I've been listening to that one a lot.
Oh yeah.
I think that
Like
was
Music
like
is
that was
hard.
kind of a better Igloo Ghost album than the new Igloo Ghost album.
I need to listen to Igloo Ghost. I haven't.
Yeah,
actually
I like Igloo Ghost a lot. I didn't love the new album, just because I don't know. It kind of felt like some of the charm and the personality of Igloo Ghost was lost a little bit on the new album for me, even though it is still a pretty well produced electronic album. But You Like Music by Death Dynamic Shroud is like really good.
Yeah, I feel like
You like music is
just
fun.
like
Like
it's
fun.
Keith always gotta like try his best to like skull fuck samples,
Yeah,
just
have the weirdest production when it comes to just experimental like vaporwave. But of course, if You Like Music is a vaporwave, it's like Deconstructed Club, Jersey, IDM, Wonky, etc. It's like it's
Yeah.
cool as fuck.
like, and if you're good at like making sample based music, then that's kind of just you have infinite music. Like
exactly.
like they've kind of just mastered that, and I love the niche that they've carved out for themselves. And I'll Try
Yeah,
Living
and
Like This
I-
is like my favorite album ever.
Me too, bro. I fucking love that album. But like it's always sad to see that there's something like, oh, sampling's plagiarism. Oh, you can't. That's copying the artist. Like, but sampling is just so beautiful, especially when you're not being a lazy prick about it. Just
Yeah,
especially like if we're talking about sampling vaporwave, especially Vectroid, Macintosh Plus, everyone
Yeah.
knows that at this point. They came out with Crash 1 and 2 and 777 Pig Destroyer, but I think Crash 1 and 2 is like the main 2 that I want to talk about because it's music concrete, like Broken Transmission
yeah,
type shit. I'm disappointed because I still haven't listened to them, but I've been like fiending,
Like
feeding
I
for the
think-
broken transmission, for the like the weird collage stuff.
yeah. But she took it to 1,000, right? As opposed to like we have this Japanese jingle that what she did was meticulously make like micro chops and just order them and like pitch them, and it's so weird, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, I don't know, you're kind of just like, when it comes to samples, you're kind of just cutting out the middleman a lot of the time, because, like, pretty much everything in music has been done anyway, and, like, if you're writing a song, the odds are, like, you're ripping off another song anyway. And, I don't know, that's kind of the way, like, music's been made for a long time, so I don't know, I don't see a problem with sampling, unless it's, like, you're literally just, like, unless it's literally the same song, like...
Yeah, exactly. I think Barber Beats is, like, very controversial, which is kind of ironic, knowing that Vaporwave was also controversial, but Barber Beats specifically has a tendency of, like, taking a song, slowing it down, and bada bing, bada boom type shit.
Yeah, and now there's, like, AI and stuff that can detect samples.
Yeah, and we're just gonna let it be known, samplers, whoever samples music is automatically better than fucking, like, AI users. It's like, AI will be the future. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Dude, there's like, AI music is crazy.
Exactly. And I think there was a recent song that came out literally yesterday where it's like AI Drake and Cardi.
AI Drake and Cardi. I heard like AI Drake singing Hey There Delilah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
I think it's AI, unless he actually sang it. I think it was AI.
I need to check that.
I think I've heard like 5 seconds of it. I need to check it out again.
Yeah, no, I've just been seeing it on Twitter.
I actually deleted Twitter, so I'm not really
okay, that's good.
But
do not get back on Twitter.
Yeah. Instagram too, but I might, who knows, I might come. I just have like TikTok, random shit, Skibidi Toilet. I did not want to
it's good to get off social media.
Yeah, for sure.
You see what it does?
I took a break.
You seen this like In Praise of Shadows shit that's been going down?
Yeah.
Like, it's like that's what too much Twitter like does to a motherfucker.
It's like, it's like, I can't go 5 minutes without hearing someone say Skibidi Ohio Riz Toilet.
Dude, I'm so tired of hearing all the freaking buzzwords.
Exactly. It's like, at this point, I'm just going on the ground, like going in the fetal position and just rocking away. It's like,
Please make it stop. Please.
Yeah, I don't know. I've avoided TikTok. Like I never really like even downloaded TikTok, but
understandable.
But it's TikTok has kind of crept its way into everything else. Like Instagram is now TikTok and YouTube, and like I've gone down like the rabbit holes, and it's like, god damn it.
I feel like if YouTube did not add YouTube Shorts, they would have been safe. Of course, there would have been people talking about it, but they wouldn't like be all schizo about it. They would obviously just kind of talk about it and see, oh, this generation's cooked.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know, YouTube Shorts is like the worst. Like, you will get recommended the worst thing.
I'm just glad I don't get a lot of like bad content on it.
Yeah.
Because it's mainly like cooking, food, and just like, hey, I bought this thing from a Japanese shop. And it's like, oh, that's cool. Next thing you know, you scroll once, maybe twice, and it's like Skibidi Ohio Riz.
Yeah.
Gyat. Like, oh my, I got something in my eye.
Oh my god.
I want to punch you so bad.
Dude, no, my YouTube recommended has gotten so toxic that like I've had to completely reset my history like 3 times. And it's like, I can't even go on YouTube anymore, man. Like,
oh my goodness.
It's so bad.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta get back into making YouTube videos. I gotta save the game.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. We gotta bring old YouTube back.
Not too old.
Yeah, not too old, but like, I mean, like, yeah.
We don't want people doing blackface again.
Oh no, but like, yeah. But I just mean like, you know, stuff that feels like it was made by people and not like, I don't know, like with like annoying editing and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just wild, but fucking. I'm just gonna change it back to music because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Shit. I like. Oh shit! I can't talk for the life of me, can I? Shit. I had something in my head, but I completely fucking forgot about it. Hold on. Fuck. Okay, I think I'm gonna just like look at some of my recent albums
Yeah.
and kind of like talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
So I already mentioned like Mirages and fucking what was it? Oh yeah, you like music? That's right.
Yeah.
I've listened to like 4 Kamasi Washington albums.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get to the new one. I started the new one. I haven't finished it, but I like what I heard of it so far.
Yeah, again, it's like long albums, but I feel like when it comes to Kamasi, I feel like he's definitely like with his long albums. I feel like I would probably listen to them a lot more. But I also kind of want to talk about how a lot of people, well, not a lot, but there are certainly some jazz elitists who look at it and be like, ugh, plebeian. Like,
Yeah.
his music is awesome. It's just very like transcendental, and I feel like a lot of people hate it because like some of the structures as well, just like bring something in the beginning and then bring it all the way to the end. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean that's just jazz, you know, like
Exactly.
yeah, and it's really good, like spiritual jazz. Yeah, I know the new one's like a bit funkier. I think it has more like vocals and features and stuff on it.
It has like a rap song on it.
Yeah.
I think that's like the first or second song if I remember correctly. It's a great album. I feel like all the albums I've listened to from Kamasi, which was The Epic, Heaven and Earth, The Choice, and the recent one, Fearless Movement, all been fucking fantastic. Really.
Yeah, they're all so good.
But if we're talking about oh wait, continue, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, do you have like a favorite album of the year so far?
That's a hard one. I feel like it might be the new Richie, Triple Digits.
Oh, I haven't heard that one yet.
It's good. I feel like 5 on the Dot, Richie Valens and Looping are like some of the greatest like rap songs that like come out this year so far. But at the same time, I don't listen to rap that much recently, so that's not saying a lot. But at the same time, it's like awesome. I don't really listen to a lot of like underground deep cuts when it comes to hip hop or like any album as any genre really. But
Yeah.
there has been, I think this one album from 2022, if I remember correctly, called Black Sun Zoo by King the Divine. And it has this like album cover that's kind of like tributing what was the album? Operation Doomsday by MF Doom.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I gotta check that out too.
Yeah, it's a great fucking album. Yeah, 2022, that's right. But yeah, that fucking that's awesome. Like, I haven't really been reviewing albums recently as well, so I definitely need to like hop back on that at some point.
Yeah, I do too.
So-
I've been trying to like catch up on new albums lately, more so than the last few years. Because like the last few years, like I don't know, I was kind of out of it, and I just haven't really been catching up. But I've been kind of trying to this year. And yeah,
for sure.
I really love the new Vampire Weekend album. Like, I'm not like earlier this year, you probably could have called me a Vampire Weekend hater, but now I'm a believer.
I've heard of Vampire Weekend, and I think if I remember correctly, there's this one song from Vampire Weekend you might notice, and I think I do know it from what I remember.
Is it
That's
A
right?
Punk?
But I think so. It's been a while, really.
Yeah. You'd probably
I
recognize
haven't-
it, like if you heard the riff.
Yeah, but I haven't really listened to Vampire Weekend like that, so I'm not really
Yeah.
known when it comes to them. So
But
Yeah, the new one's really good though.
yeah, I'll probably like skip through it. Maybe if I'm interested, I'll check it out in full. But yeah,
Yeah.
breakcore. I just wanted to.
To talk about breakcore.
Yeah.
Breakcore is a cool genre.
So, Venetian Snares, aka Breakcore Jesus. What was it called? the Chocolate Wheelchair album is like fucking awesome, and it's also hilarious. As like it has like Abomination Street, that intro just automatically like puts you into the chaos. But then we have something more serious like Doll Doll Doll, which I do not. Well, you're gonna look at the cover anyways if you are gonna listen to it, but the cover is not that great. As if you've listened to White House, there's definitely a chance of you hearing about the album called Mummy and Daddy.
Yeah. Wait,
same,
what? Wait, which album are you talking about?
Doll 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 by Venetian Snares.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I admired it, but
it's okay. So it's a good album. The cover art is not. It's not even great in a sense where it's like, ew, why do you have that? It's like it's much worse. I feel like, but if you've listened to White House and heard of the album Mummy and Daddy and like seen the cover art, the same artist who did that is the same artist who did Doll 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 as well as some other Venetian Snares albums, right? But cover art aside, the music is just, oh my god, it's like depraved. Like it's in this like unofficial series called the Child Killer series.
ooh.
And yeah, it's just oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay, I have it in my wish list. I haven't heard it yet though.
Okay, cool. It's just, it's like noisy, and so it has these like very off-kiltered samples from like free jazz to like hip-hop samples, specifically like I think there's one song with like RZA, Pharoah Monch, etc., and they kind of reference the John Benet Ramsey killing, which it's of course sad, but at the same time it makes sense in the context of the album, if you know. So
Yeah.
shout out, I'm shouting out another person. Shout out Johnny. He's like, when it comes to like electronic music, he's the biggest like Aphex Twin fan, the biggest Venetian Snares fan. He talked about this album, and that actually got me a lot more interested on the album. I've listened to it. It was great. It was definitely horrifying to like a degree, but at the same time, I wasn't like petrified or shit like that. But overall, awesome record. And again, thanks Johnny. And we're supposed to like make a video on like IDM at some point, except I haven't started the albums he gave me, which I need to hop on at some point. So
Yeah. See, okay, yeah. So I see. So it has a breakcore and modern classical, both as primary genres on RYM, and I've never seen both of those as the primary genre.
For Bell or for Roz?
For Raz.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Roz is fucking.
I'm like, that's really interesting.
It has some jazz samples in that one as well too. So, but yeah, I feel like when it comes to Venetian Snares, that's definitely like the beginner friendly album. I feel like, because although this may be like his studio debut, from what I remember, don't quote me on that. Songs About My Cats is so weird. Like, I think the first song, the break beats in the first song doesn't even sound like break beats. It's like if you take like sounds of things hitting each other, meticulously like put them together and like make them act like break beats.
I love this album cover for the Cats one.
Yeah,
it looks like
Chanaski.
It looks like Machine Girl like was inspired by it.
Yeah, the cat, his cat passed away. I think both of his cats.
Oh dang!
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
It's R.I.P. But I also kind of want to talk about, everyone and their mama already like talked about this, but like the oversaturation of breakcore.
Yeah.
And how like from Venetian Snares, from Gore shit, from fucking Christoph the Babylon Alec Empire, etc. Then we have like Sewer Slut.
Yeah.
And Frank. And Sewer Slut came back, by the way, but under a different name, which
is
interesting. So yeah, Symphony. So, I'm not really gonna talk about the music because I'm not gonna lie. Draining Love Story, that was a great album, but that does not justify anything that she has done, or they go by they.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, it's like, I don't know. There. Oh my gosh. There, that got me like thinking of like some of like the artists I've listened to, and like knowing that they've also like did bad shit is like, come on, like,
Yeah.
come on, man. But yeah, I don't really remember, or I can't really name a lot. So, but yeah, there has been a lot of artists I've listened to. I'm sure, especially like Daughters. I think that's his name.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like-
that one was really bad.
Yeah, I didn't even know was like I think the entirety of the whole band. Of course, like
It was mainly just the one guy, but like the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
members like didn't do anything about it.
yeah, they just kept quiet. It's like,
Yeah,
like-
which I mean, like, knowing what that guy did, like, and what he could have done to them if they said anything, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to like justify
Yeah.
it or anything, but like to play devil's advocate from their perspective. But it's like, I don't know, the whole situation is just really bad, and I haven't listened to Daughters like since that stuff came out.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's sad, like Christian, like what Christian went through. Like
yeah,
that shit sucks.
yeah, it's
that's
like
true.
really bad.
Yeah, but back to like breakcore, right? And how
Yeah.
that shit kind of just changed a lot because of TikTok calling atmospheric drum and bass or atmospheric jungle breakcore. And it's kind of disappointing. I don't think it happened to any other genres from what I remember. But all I do know is that there are similarities when it comes to breakcore and other genres like shoegaze and funk, and how those genres became very saturated and very derived of different artists.
Yeah. I think like breakcore I think feels more like a playlist genre, or like a genre that you would find on like YouTube uploads with like
That's
like
understandable.
in various mixes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's understood. Like, there's of course the Cure for ADHD mixes. I think that was like my like first time knowing about breakcore, but I didn't really listen to breakcore until I've listened to Songs About My Cats by Vinny Sincere. So
Yeah.
like, like it's a very like interesting genre. Like everyone got their own style when it comes to breakcore as well. I think there is Rezoku CJ who has this like very, again, ADHD type of style that has multiple samples like coming at you, and you don't even know where the breakbeat like starts and ends. It's just like just a whole wall of noise of like shit post type shit, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if you'd call them breakcore, but have you listened to Fentanyl?
Yeah, from what I remember, they're like digital hardcore.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
Yeah, that's probably more apt. Yeah.
I'm lacking. I'm so lacking, right? But I didn't listen to any of their projects in full. I know they have like a very popular EP.
Yeah,
I think it was,
that's like the one that I've
Jesus.
heard.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one's
I
really
think
good.
that popped up. I think that popped up on my recommended at some point, and I did listen to a bit of it. I was like, "Oh, this is awesome," and then I went about with my days like, "Oh shit, I need to listen to Fentanyl at some point." But digital hardcore is interesting. I didn't listen to a lot of it. I skimmed through like Atari Teenage Riot, and I've listened to the One Machine Girl album, Because I'm Young and Arrogant.
Oh, that's a good
And,
one.
You know,
There's
it's good.
There's a digital hardcore album that I heard that came out this year. It's by Lip Critic. I think Lip Critic's a band. Yeah, it's a band. Yeah, the album's called Hex Dealer, and it's a very good digital hardcore album.
I think I've heard of them at some point.
Yeah, it's
I
like the
might be
cover
wrong.
art's like all white and has like eyes and a
Oh.
mouth on it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. TikTok. I this is like one of the rare occasions where like TikTok helped me at some point. Someone did mention it on TikTok at some point, so I was like, oh shit. So I don't know how popular it is, so yeah. But I think I'm gonna check it out probably. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that Because I'm Young and Arrogant is a good album, but comparing it to the likes of Wolf Girl and Gemini, it's mm, I just like their hardcore breaks sound a lot more, you know. So
It's a cool genre.
yeah, um,
I'd like to get into like making breakcore.
oh yeah, same. I've tried like multiple times, but it just ended up sounding like shit. We all start somewhere. Okay, there is another like breakcore album that came out on the same label as Alec Empire and the Terror Teenage Riot, which was If You're Into It, I'm Out of It by Christophe de Babylon, which fuses dark ambient and breakcore. Again, kind of similar to Doll Doll Doll, but a lot more simpler, which makes sense because this came out in 1997 and Doll 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 came out in 2001, if I remember correctly, days before the 9/11 attacks, which isn't really that relevant, but it came up days before. So yeah, but although it's definitely similar, it's like simpler. I feel like it's a very interesting album. Just kind of with the genre fusions, even if I don't really like it as much as other breakcore that I've listened to. So
Yeah.
Have you heard of Endless Summer by Finesse?
I think so. That sounds
Yeah.
familiar. I know I haven't listened to it. I think it's probably on my wish list though.
It's glitch and ambient, which is kind of similar in a way, just like Tim Hacker, but it's definitely
Yeah,
It's
glitch and
definitely
ambient's a good combo.
it is a good combo. I love the guitar work on that album. It's very fucking interesting. It's cool as hell, and it definitely does feel like Endless Summer. Who would have thought?
See, oh yeah, okay, yeah. I have it in my wish list. I haven't heard it yet though. Have you heard have you listened to Oval?
I've heard of them. They're
That's another like glitch
they-
ambient. Like they have like one album that I've heard that's really good.
okay. Yeah, I've heard of them, but I haven't actually listened to them at some point. I need to listen to them at some point. So. Oh, let me actually search them up real quick. So,
Yeah, the one album is called like 94 Discount. I don't know. It's
94
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I see it. This is cool. That's a nice cover, actually. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool album.
There's also like Ilke's Pistachio Island, which is like this glitch hop IDM type shit, like Yaya Yi if he did music back in the early 2000s to like late 90s, early 2000s, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yaya Yi is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, I've been getting really into Yaya Yi in the last year, or like over this past few months. Because I got
Self-titled.
wait, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying that subtitle is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like I was aware of Yaya Yi for a while, but like I started really getting into Yaya Yi when I got a video in my YouTube recommended that was like Guitar Hero playing the Yeah remix. And I've just like I was so obsessed with the Yeah remix, and then I got into all the remixes of all the songs. I like disc 2 of Yaya Yi self-titled more than the 1st one. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff on there.
His glitch hop stuff on the first 4 tracks is a lot more like underrated compared to the rest of the tracks on that album, to be honest. But I still am someone who would listen to /3/6/9 on that album a lot more than I do with the first 4 tracks. So
Yeah.
Wait,
he definitely like deserves a lot more justice because of how someone literally just ripped one of the songs, like the last few seconds of like /3, if I remember correctly, where it's like like they just took that, put it on Spotify, and made a shit ton of monthly listeners based off that, despite not making it themselves, and it's sad. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to do a video on Yaya Yi, but I feel like I'd have to talk to him because, like, I don't know what to say about Yaya Yi, and I'd love to talk to him anyway.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think he did. Yeah,
He did like an
I think
AMA, right?
yeah, he did an AMA. It was cool as hell. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully he like comes out at some point and be like, shit, I'm down to do like another anime, or maybe hopefully someone get a chance to like do an interview. Hopefully you, because I would love to see you specifically make a video on it. So
Thank you.
no problem.
Yeah.
Also, not to mention James as well, because God knows what he's doing at this point. So
Yeah.
um
Yeah. No, I tried to get in contact with James Ferraro, but he didn't respond.
which is kind of understandable. He's
Yeah.
like,
I mean, I
of
kind of
course,
wasn't
he's-
expecting him to. He doesn't really like do interviews much like that.
yeah. Remember that one interview where he kept on saying like all the
Yeah.
times?
Yeah, and that's his
Oh, boy.
only, or I think there's 2 interviews with him on YouTube.
Yeah, there's like 2 of them from what I remember, but like that one, he kind of, I forgot what he was talking like different types of music, and as well as kind of just like talking about like, I guess, inspirations, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that was a very interesting interview as well, despite a lot of people in the comments were talking about how he talks. But
Yeah,
so-
I mean, I say like a lot too when I'm talking without a script. So
Yeah,
I get
feel
it,
like
you know?
yeah, in school you would hear me say or like so fucking much. It's not even
Yeah,
funny.
I've probably said in like a million times over this podcast.
Oh my gosh.
And like I don't realize it.
Yeah.
I just said it now. I don't realize it until I listen back and I'm like, God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Christ. Do you know Christ?
Yeah, did they make the No Lives Matter album?
Yes. No Lives Matter is like
Yeah.
awesome. It's not on streaming though, which is kind of sad. So hopefully he does.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
it
sounds
pronounced
crazy.
Christ? I always thought it was like crisscross or something.
Yeah, it's Christ. I think Pat Jennington talked about it with him at some point. It was like, oh, I thought his name was Chris Cross or
Yeah, that's literally what I thought.
yeah, he's when it comes to Vaporwave, his style is so like unlike no other.
It's very unique. I don't like listen to is it him, them? I don't know the pronouns. But like I don't know. I don't listen to him
yeah,
a
it's
ton,
him.
but
yeah, it's him if I remember correctly, but his style is just, oh my gosh. And he released an album this year as well, WWW. And he got like a furry with a gun. But also with the whole like concepts of some of his albums, specifically like Deep Dark Trench and 80. Deep Dark Trench being the like 9/11 album, where it's like, if you're comparing like 9/11 albums like that one to like News at 11, it's so like weird. I think I gave that album for like an album exchange to someone and they didn't like it, which understandable.
which
I
one?
think they kind of talked about Deep Dark Trench. It has a drawing from Christian.
Oh, the Chris Chan one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
the freaking
that-
the Sonichu one.
yeah,
yeah.
that's hilarious. But yeah, Deep Dark Trench is cool, but there's also 80, which is a concept album about the rapture, which is just like wild. I feel like some of the like newsworms, if I remember correctly, that song is awesome as well. And he also kind of like, for music videos, he kind of took like TikToks kind of talking about like shit that's happening and like people crying and stuff. And it's kind of it's just cool as hell. There's also like his side project, what's it called? His Death Dream side project. Father 2006, that's right.
Oh
A
yeah,
lot
yeah.
more- yeah, a lot more sad. And I think there was like this one song off of what was it called?
I've
The
heard
one with the
Reflection.
skull.
No, Reflection is good, but I'm talking about the one with the skull on it. Like the skull and the girl. I forgot the name of it.
Oh yeah, it has like or it's in like Japanese or Korean or something.
Yeah, okay, it's right here, so I could just literally look at it. White Death from 2015. It has a song where, okay, so this was kind of scary, right? Because I was dozing off to the album, and like there was a point where a 10-minute song came up if I remember correctly, and it would have these like loud like piano sounds coming in like glitchy, and it would kind of frighten me multiple times while I was dozing off. And it was so good experience. But yeah, it's just like he's definitely got a lot of variety when it comes to like using samples as well, just like Keith Rankin for sure, and like uh Tech Honors. Also James Webster. How did we talk about Tech and Keith but not James? Like James is awesome as well, but his sound is definitely a lot more minimal compared to, or at least from what I've heard.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, his sound is definitely a lot more minimal compared to the other two. Sleepless, as an example, it kind of takes like his sound that he had since like from like I think New World, feelings of New World, and just kind of put like a concept over it, as well as just have this very, I think, hazy feel, and it's just beautiful. It's awesome. But yeah, I'm saying multiple times, I'm sure, but yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other art stuff? Okay, I guess we could just like free ball. I'm just gonna like put my phone down and just think of some shit. Really.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Bus Driver. Bus Driver has been like a rapper who I loved for a while.
Yeah.
And
He has a really cool flow.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't talk about him like on your channel like at any point in time.
Yeah. Damn, have I never mentioned Bus Driver?
Like
I think yeah. I guess I
there's-
probably haven't. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
there-
I haven't listened to Bus Driver a ton, but like I like some of his songs.
So, because like, it surprised me. It's like, wow, he listened to like Cloud Dead. He listened to
Yeah.
He listened to like Open Mike Eagle, especially. Where's Bus Drivers?
Yeah. Yeah. He's definitely like in that field. The field of like weirdo rap.
There's been 2 times where I saw someone in their video and I thought they were bus drivers for some reason because of the way that they like move their body and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
the first one was, I think, Waka fucking Flocka. I think 'cause I saw Waka like having his hair like being thrown around while like having these like weird hand movements, and I thought, oh shit, so he does know Bus Driver. But then only to find out that was like Waka Flocka is like, oh shit, I'm disappointed. And then the second time was your Cloud Dead video, because for some reason I thought Dose 1 was Cloud Dead. Oh fuck, I thought Dose 1 was Bus Driver. I'm an idiot. Bullshit. But come to find out, also not Bus Driver. So, but
Yeah.
like, Bus Driver is a very like interesting like rapper as well. He, of course, like collabed with like Rap Ferreira or Milo back in the day, as well as like David Diggs from Clipping.
Yeah.
And Open Mike Eagle, of course, because he was part of like Hellfire Club, and his sound is, of course, like so like varied when it comes to production. I feel like one of my favorites from him, which was my second album from him, Perfect Hair. I think the main reason why I loved it so much is like it was similar to Flying Lotus, and it has that like cosmic atmospheric sound. Excuse me, holy shit. Like, it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. And like Flylo's sound, like, because they also like collab like multiple times, if I remember correctly. There was especially like Flying Lotus's movie Kusa, which was literally like shit in Japanese, and Bus Driver showed up like twice in the movie, in the beginning and in the end. So
Yeah, I still haven't seen that. I've been meaning to though.
I've seen it. It's a weird ass movie. It's a weird ass movie. I'm not gonna say.
It seems
I'm
cool
not
though. I
gonna
love
say-
Philo.
Yeah. I'm just definitely gonna wait till you watch it at some point. But it's a pretty cool ass movie, if I do say so myself. But Zach Fox is in it. George Clinton is in it, which I need to listen to a lot more funk music. But Aphex Twin helped with the music, which was awesome, especially knowing that he himself is a very like big Aphex Twin fan. So
Yeah, the IDM legends.
Exactly, like, so yeah, it's just sick as fuck. So hopefully Aphex Twin does drop more music soon. He has said in the past where he's not really interested in making albums. As of recent, he did drop Black Box Recorder last year though, which was cool. Wait, shit. Oh yeah, I forgot he has like a shit ton of aliases as well.
Philo or Aphex Twin?
Aphex.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I forget.
I've only listened to like 2 projects under the Tuss, and I didn't check out any other project he made, which I need to do. I need to check out like Polygon Window and Caustic Window.
Yeah, I've heard like some of the AFX stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
you know what's funny is that I downloaded like Analord 10 through 11 because it's like the Analord series like starts at 10 for some reason, and then it goes like 1, 2, 3. It's like, oh, okay then. But I need to check out that as well. So, yeah, it's like cool as shit if I do say so myself. Like when it comes to IDM, I'm not like a big person on it. I feel like there is definitely like a lot of interesting music in it. Like, of course, I've listened to like Inkunabula. I'm trying to Autechre. I think that was their first, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong, but Autechre is like really interesting as well. And of course, there's shit. Okay, I really need to like expand my IDM knowledge because I don't remember a lot.
Boards of Canada.
Boards of Canada, yes.
Yeah.
Boards of Canada is cool. Gio Gotti's cool. I think my favorite from them definitely has to be Music Has a Right.
Is a Right to Children.
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool.
A weird fucking name.
Yeah.
It is.
What are your thoughts on the name IDM? Intelligent Dance Music.
Oh yeah, it's dumb as shit. It's dumb as shit. And people have the audacity to say, "Oh, you can't dance to it, bitch. It has the name. It has the word dance in it."
Yeah.
What do you mean we can't dance?
I don't know. It has the same energy as like, oh, you can't listen to J. Cole. Like you're not intelligent enough to vibe with J. Cole. Like,
bro. They're like comparing J. Cole to A$AP Rock and saying A$AP Rock is more towards like Lil Yachty's sound, and then we have J. Cole being on top when it comes to like lyrical game, spiritual, miracle, lyrical. Like,
I want to fold clothes for you.
Exactly, and it doesn't make it better that one of his recent songs, or like one of the songs he was featured on, Groupie.
Oh
my. Groupie. Wait, she's like, "My get game is a naked." I fast forward. It's grippy. Like he's talking about, of course, a woman's part being tight. One of my favorite lyrics from it was, "She said she was gay until I slayed. Now she's strictly dickly."
That's like a Drake bar.
It is. It really is. And if Drake had wrote that, a lot of people wrote because God knows that he doesn't write his music.
Yeah.
If he said that, a lot of people would have been like, "Yeah, that's classic Drake."
Yeah.
Wait, this is J. Cole we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't listen to that Might Delete Later album. I just heard everyone was shit talking it.
Me neither. I know that there's been some like transphobic stuff, and
yeah, I heard about that.
Rocking here.
Yeah, and that he deleted the Kendrick diss, which ultimately was for the best.
Yeah, because God knows if he was still in the beef, Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah.
We have. Oh my God, we definitely gotta talk about the diss as well.
Yeah.
Kendrick already won. Like, I don't know, like, and we have Drake saying, "I'm too popular to be a pedophile."
Yeah, which is so weird and so backwards. It's like
you have
Like, that's the worst possible argument that he could have made. Because it's like, he's like, yeah. It's like, exactly, you're this rich and you're this famous, which means it's easier to get away with because you have the money and the power. Like, it's so backwards.
Like, I'm sure a lot of people would like to see him locked up, but it's damn near impossible knowing that he could bail out at any point in time if he was locked out. So why does it matter at this point? Like, it's just, ugh, god damn it. It's sad. It's just sad to see, you know. But
Yeah.
but let's just hope that. I don't know. I don't know.
I love Not
Because,
Like
like,
Us, though, because now it's like everybody's dancing to fuck Drake.
Exactly. It's like say OVO OVO.
Like, that was the best thing, like, because he releases Meet the Grams, which is just, like, insane. But then he does basically the same thing, but he makes it, like, a catchy song that everyone is going to be listening to all summer.
Exactly, dog. It's like
Like, it
people
was
are
genius.
Walk into that shit, dog.
Yeah.
like holy shit. Like, people may have their differences, but they can't agree on one thing: that Drake lost the fucking war, dog. Like,
Yeah. Like, nobody's, like, still on Drake's side, I guess, except for academics. But, I mean, I heard a bunch of stuff came out about
yeah.
academics, too, right?
Oh yeah, no one talked about it that much, but he has abused someone,
Yeah.
which is fucking sad. And I think he has like STDs now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's, oh boy, I can't even think of that right now. Like, DJ Academics is truly just like,
terrible.
he's the one dick riding. Like, if I had my noise suppression on, you would be hearing clapping, and like that's just DJ Academics right now. That is like, holy shit.
It's like, yeah, like, I don't know. You don't want him to be the one guy on your side.
Exactly. Like, holy shit. Like, I don't know what Drake is doing, and especially with the AI shit. AI Tupac, brother. Are you serious?
I mean, there was like, they were doing the Tupac hologram like back in like,
Yeah.
when was that? Like, that was a while ago.
I know. What the fuck is up, Coachella?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. And now there's a clip of him, part of my French was like him saying, yo, that's that, yo. Or
Yeah.
that's that, you know.
Yeah, I saw that.
That shit's
It's
like
crazy.
That's his white side chilling.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Adonis. That's all I'm saying. I feel truly sorry for Adonis, but he doesn't know that all this is happening, which sucks. So,
Yeah, man. I don't know what.
Drake.
Yeah. The kid's having having an interesting life.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I have no idea.
But yeah, Drake. Yeah, no doubt Drake lost. No
Yeah, no doubt.
Also, Meet the Grams cold as fuck. Holy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die.
Like,
Ooh.
it's like, oh my god.
Chills.
And he's hiding another child.
Oh,
It's like, man. It's like, yeah, Pusha T was coming after him like years ago, but it's like, I don't know. I guess like to the mainstream, it's like, man, like, who even is Pusha T? But like, then Kendrick comes after you, like, it's game over, you know?
game over, dog. And he's warned him so many times, don't push it too far. Don't take shit personal. Guess what? Drake took it personal. Then Kendrick is gonna come back more powerful, dog.
Yeah.
He's gonna mention how you're hiding another fucking child, you dumb fucking. I'm heated, but it's like Drake is one of the worst people in the music industry.
Yeah.
And the fact that people are still dick riding him more than like saying Kendrick's like Kendrick trash.
Like, come on, dog.
I think pretty much everyone's like just pretty sick of Drake at this point.
Yeah.
Like, because
You know
his
what-
just
you know what's
mid-ass
funny?
songs been everywhere for the last, like, God knows how long now.
What's funny is that there's been like Reddit posts saying, if Drake is a pedophile, then I'm one too. It's like, what?
What? I haven't seen that. That's insane. Is that like r/Drake?
R/Drizzy. I think they're
R
taking
slash
down
Drizzy,
for
of course.
obvious reasons. R slash. Come on. This is so like absurd. What's going on?
Yeah.
And it's the. Oh my gosh, I don't even know at this point. But yeah, Drake, just call it quits.
Yeah,
Like,
Drake
don't
just
even
needs to
change.
he just needs to retire he just has to go
Like,
away
don't-
for I don't know, at least 5 years.
Don't even pull MGK and switch genres. No, just
No,
stop.
Drake can't
But-
do that. I mean, Drake's kind of been doing that, or because he was
Yeah,
doing
that's
all
true.
the dance hall stuff, and yeah. I don't even
It's
really
like-
know what he's doing now. I haven't listened to a full Drake album since Scorpion, honestly.
Don't be surprised if he fully switched from rap to fucking R&B or whatever. We know why he's not doing rap no more. We all know why.
Yeah.
Like, shit, like,
I mean, I feel like he hasn't really been doing rap, or I don't know. He's been kind of doing R&B mostly for a while. I feel like he's more of a singing guy anyway.
that makes sense.
But yeah,
I just think it's like interesting. Really, it's like I don't know.
yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
Drake.
Is there anything else that I want to say? Because I don't really. I want to end it at around 3:30 at most. So, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really think there's. So, video. I'm trying to work on a video soon because I haven't been doing that as of recent. This podcast I really wanted to start at some point,
Mhm.
along with doing the album exchange podcast. So, I'm gonna work on a video on Cities of Eve soon
Sweet.
and shit. So yeah, so hopefully that comes out soon. I also wanted to mention because I did recommend you that I'm not saying you should do it. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. That that's all that matters. But I did kind of mention how you should make a lot more jazz related content. And I know that in your video about the Italian old music reviewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned Anthony Braxton. And
Yes.
I thought,
Oh, yeah,
he knows for sure. He knows.
Yeah, dude, I love it. Yeah, I love Feralto.
Yeah, I need to listen to a lot more.
Free jazz
Anthony
is such a
Braxton.
cool genre because it's it's kind of one step away from noise music.
Mhm.
It's I don't know. I feel like I like it for kind of similar reasons, where it's just
Yeah.
I don't know. You can let out all your frustrations.
That is okay. So the things that was, I plan on making a video on avant-garde jazz and free jazz. However, I might have you as a feature if you're down, or maybe vice versa. Who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah, free jazz, avant-garde jazz. It's I don't really have. I have a deep appreciation for it, even if I don't listen to it a lot, especially compared to more conventional styles of jazz.
Yeah.
But it's very cool. Ascension's
so cool.
fucking- yeah, Ascension, the Olatunji concert. I think Cecil Taylor's unit structures is a very interesting one as well as Compulsion by Andrew Hill,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird how people kind of label that one as free jazz, but it's definitely a lot more just avant-garde than it is free. But either way, it's still a very interesting album. And yeah, but jazz is a genre that I've been really wanting to listen to a lot more. I've listened to around I think 60 to 70 jazz albums so far. So
Yeah,
definitely
I mean,
gonna
yeah,
go
jazz
to that.
isn't it's not really my area of expertise, but I do like a lot of jazz, especially jazz fusion.
especially jazz fusion, and not to mention different periods, the electric period of jazz where we have Bitches Brew,
Yeah,
Live Evil, and then we have what's happening in Japan with the more city pop fused style of jazz fusion with Cassiopeia and Masayoshi Takanaka. It's all cool as fuck.
yeah, jazz is so awesome.
Yeah. But I said I was gonna make like until 3:30, but I'm gonna cut it short. So
Alright.
once again, Jack, 108 Mike, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on this podcast.
Thank you for having me, man.
I hope we could talk again on the podcast. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to do more stuff like this. I feel like you're kind of pulling me out of my hibernation right now because I've kind of been AFK like from the internet for a while. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Jack. But shit. Again, I hope there's some point where we could talk again. Maybe bring like someone like I don't know, Jetfire. Somebody.
Yeah. Jetfire knows like a lot about jazz.
Oh, hell
He's like he knows a lot about jazz.
yeah. But if you have anything to say it right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Keep on rocking in the free world. And do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got like socials that you want people to follow, or you don't? Really
I mean, I'm not super active on them, but I am on Twitter. It's 108 Mikes _YT. And then on Instagram, I'm album.reviews with a Z. Yeah, and of course youtube.com/108 Mikes. I'm working on a video. I guess I can give a little sneak preview. So you know how Apple Music just did like their top 100 albums?
Yeah.
I'm doing like kind of my own top 100 albums. I'm gonna call it like Apple's top 100, but it's good. And I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah, and I'm kind of like trying to come at it from the perspective of like, if I'm the executive at Apple Music, like, how would I make the list?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I do want to get that out pretty soon. Yeah.
I can't wait for it. But again, I can't thank you enough. It's been a pleasure. Like, you're one of my like all-time favorite like music like channels.
Appreciate it.
No problem, Doug. I just love everything that you do and hope you like continue thriving. So yeah.
Thank you, man.
No problem. But anyway, thank y'all for listening, watching, whatever. Hope y'all have a good day. Love y'all. See ya.
See ya.